Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out all my April 2022 IPSY bag products. I'm first starting with this eyeshadow duo from Farrah, and I'm going in with the shade Blossom, which is this beautiful peachy shade. I'm going to put that all over my lid, leaving just about a quarter of that outer corner free. So really just doing like 3/4 of the lid with that Blossom shade. I found that using my finger really pulled the pigment out of the shadow a little bit better, which isn't typical with matte shades, but I did find that I preferred to apply it with my finger. So for that peach shade, I did that. Now I'm just taking an angled brush with the shade Breeze, and I'm tapping that into that remaining third outer corner, and then I'm just pulling that up into the crease. So if you just watch the movements, you're really just outlining that outer corner and following that through with your crease shade. When I swatched these shadows out, I was so impressed with the pigment when I did the swatches. On the eyes, they seemed a little softer. I didn't use any primer on my eyelids, so maybe if you put a primer, it might show up a little bit better as far as the pigment goes, but I'm not upset with how this looked. For spring, I think this is a really beautiful, soft, natural, wearable look. So we're just going to do those two shadows and very gently just tap at that crease and blend that in some. And then I took the shade Blossom again and I put that all over the lower lid. I am next going to be taking that Black Magic liquid liner, and this is the Cocoa Edit. This is a beautiful brown liquid liner. This swatched out like a really nice chocolate shade, and as I was putting this on, it looked a little darker, so I think over the top of the shadows, it might have deepened up that shade some. Still very pretty, but a little darker than it looked when I swatched it, and I'm just doing like a small wing. I didn't want anything too dramatic, but I did want to test out the tip on this and see how it worked for a wing, and I really like this eyeliner. It stayed all day and didn't like crack or break away anywhere or smudge out. I'm really impressed with it. Throwing on some mascara. This was not part of the IPSY. But I did want to mention, I accidentally left the lid off of this liner and now it's dry and I can't use it, and I'm really upset. So be aware of that. Make sure you're snapping your lids back on these kinds of liquid liners. So for this look, I wanted to try to stay natural and just do mascara. It's so hard for me to accept this as a completed look. I think it's because my eyelashes aren't necessarily short. They just lay flat, and I don't like curling them. It like gives me anxiety trying to curl my eyelashes. I think if I got a lash lift, that would really benefit me, and I may not feel the need to wear false lashes, but I just don't see myself doing that in the future. So here I'm showing you, I put on my Ardell Wispies, and I just want to show you the difference. Like for me personally, you can see that eye just looks so tired and unfinished. And the eye where I threw on the lashes, it just brings my eye upward. It just gives me a lifted appearance and much more alert. So I really do prefer having my false lashes on. It just adds that extra bit of glam and really just feels like it finishes the look off for me personally. So of course I had to do that. I just couldn't possibly go a day without my false lashes. So now I'm taking my Beauty For Real liquid lipstick. This is in the shade All In. And I had really high hopes about this liquid lipstick when I swatched it out. I loved the color. I loved the feeling. And oh my goodness, was I impressed from the start. Just swiping it over my lips a couple times, the feeling of this is so creamy and buttery when it's wet, and then as it dries down, it's super soft but somehow moisturizing. I'm genuinely like thrilled about this. Not only is it a beautiful neutral, but I love the way it feels. It dries down matte, so you do get that matte effect with it, but it does not crack. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't look crusty, like all the things that can happen with liquid lipsticks, this does not do, except all the wonderful things that you hope for. So this is the Beauty for Real brand. I highly recommend trying this, especially if you like liquid lipsticks. You need to try this. So now it's the end of the day, and we're getting this Philosophy brand. This is the Purity One-Step Facial Cleanser. So I'm removing my makeup, getting my eyelashes off, and just very excited to get all this off by the end of the day. It just feels so good to have a really good cleanser. And if you know the Philosophy brand at all, then you already know that this is awesome. If you're not familiar with the brand, this cleanser was so refreshing and gentle. I'm scrubbing at my eyes, and it didn't affect my eyes at all. It didn't burn. It didn't irritate them. And I have very sensitive eyes. I have conditions with my eyes that cause me extra problems. And look at how easily it's just taking all that makeup off. And I'm not using a whole lot of pressure. Sometimes you feel like you have to scrub to be able to remove the makeup effectively. Not with this. I really didn't have to use too much pressure. Definitely wasn't feeling the need to just keep scrubbing. It all came off very quickly and easily, and just gave me such a fresh, clean, hydrated, soft, smooth feeling. I'll show you here. I try to get in to the camera a little bit. And I just, usually you can like see my pores are all open and yucky after I've washed my face. And I really didn't see that too much with this. So I'm definitely going to get myself a full size on this Purity. I think it's going to help me also improve the condition of my skin, because it really did feel wonderful after using it. So another one that I'm highly recommending. So far, so good with this IPSY bag. Now, if you stuck around till the end, props to you, and I'm so sorry that you have to witness this, but here's my nasty, disgusting, cracked, crusty heel, okay? It is what it is. I'm not going to try to make up excuses. It's just, I don't take care of my feet. It's really that simple. So this is the Hey Honey Walk the Walk, and this is the Heel Repair Cream. This is after one application. I don't know if you guys at home will be able to tell or not. It really made a large difference. Significant improvement after just one use. So I'm going to do a side-by-side to show you. I'm going to continue to use this, and then I'll update you. But I'm really impressed. I was in rough shape to start with, and this really did help me. So please let me know if you're subscribed to IPSY. Did you get these products? I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for the support, and please revisit.